Hey guys, Half Stash here. I want to take a look at how you can get a 1-star attack against a fairly well upgraded Town Hall 10 as a war attack. Not all bases are going to work for this. A lot of times it doesn't. And each base that you come across is going to take special planning for each base. But let's take a look at this one. Maybe we'll do a series on these and see if we can't get a good idea about how to go about doing these attacks and things to look for. This base has has level 3 Infernos, which is always going to be a problem. If we're doing a dragon attack from Town Hall 8, we definitely want to avoid these Infernos. One thing that's in our favor, this base has the Expos set to ground. That's going to help us out greatly. And it also has all 4 air defenses tucked into the very center. And you can see their range doesn't quite go out to those outside structures. And those outside structures are going to be our key to getting this base. And if we wanted to do this with a Town Hall 9, we could easily barch this base. It's just a little bit trickier to do as an 8 because you've got to really rely on the dragons to do everything and have enough hit points to make it. A successful attack here will usually land at 50% or very, very slightly over 50%. And so this base lends itself pretty well. These outside structures are pretty far removed from the interior defenses. There's a couple things on the outside, not too much of an issue. It just gives us a couple extra buildings that are fairly decent amount of hit points. But it's not like these storages are outside. If the storages are towards the outside, that's going to be a much harder situation to deal with. But if the camps, the builder huts, the spell factories, the barracks, all those things are on the outside of the base, we stand a rather good chance of getting our 50%. And one thing we want to do with this base when we analyze this base is we can see that the air defenses being so far in, since they're not a problem, we don't need to worry about lightning on our air defenses. We don't need to worry about trying to use rage to move through the base quicker. We're able to move a little bit slower, but we do need to get some extra buildings because there's not quite enough. If you count this out, we're actually about 10 buildings shy of 50% on what's on the outside of this wall. So how can we get rid of some extra buildings that are inside the wall before we hit these air defenses? What we can do is we can take advantage of some of the very low hit point buildings that are inside this base. Now, this guy, he put his builder huts here, and he put his builder huts here, and he put them together as a distraction tool for his Inferno towers, which he probably thought was a decent idea. Only for us, these builder huts being right next to each other, we can take out 2 builder huts with 1 lightning, 2 builder huts with 1 lightning, and these altars will also be destroyed with 1 lightning. So we can use 3 lightning spells and take out 5 buildings. That's a pretty good ratio of spell use for buildings. If we had used something else, say we use rage, rage is often what we'd want to use in a different situation. We may not have gotten the same amount of structures. So let's go ahead and watch how we're going to set this up. Okay, now, didn't want to speed it up. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. All right, so what we wanted to do is we wanted to start on this side of the base. The clan castle being here has a radius that goes out, about so far. And so we want to stay out of that clan castle radius. We don't need the extra defense from the clan castle. We don't need the distraction. So we just want to stay away from it. We do the dragons along this side. And we can come around this side because that's also furthest from this clan castle. Then we fill in over here. And on this base, we're going to use our king on this side. And we're going to use our clan castle dragon that will be on this side. For this kind of base, typically it's going to be better to have a max dragon in the clan castle and 1 balloon. And so in this base, we're going to use that along this edge here. And the reason why we chose to put the clan castle on this side was primarily because of these 3 archers here, this archer here, and this wizard tower. And so that just gave us the best advantage for the highest hit point troop to take out these few defenses that we knew we were going to, or these few buildings on the side, we knew we were going to need these in order to get that 50%. So as you can see, we get ahead and drop these, and in this this base, this isn't something we could have predicted. There happened to be a seeking air mine on this side that was able to take out our balloon that we had right away, but it saved that Clan Castle Dragon. That was just rather fortunate and worked in our favor. It could have easily been any place else on this map, and we wouldn't have known. That it would have completely ruined the attack if that had happened. But this works out pretty well. We didn't actually need that rage spell. Everything moved in. We never had to trigger these infernos. They didn't get used in their defense against us, and we were able to pull off a 52% on this base. And that's actually a little bit better than what we were expecting to do. So anyhow, thanks for watching. Maybe we'll do another one of these in the future.